Alright, I'm here recording a gameplay tutorial style thing to show people how to play the original Fallout. So, I've kind of quick made a character. You'll see I can move my cursor. Right now, my cursor is in movement mode. That means that wherever I click, my character will move there. The ground is made up of hexagonal tiles. So basically my cursor is highlighting each one of those tiles. If I right click, my cursor will go into pointer mode. In pointer mode, you can see that hovering over certain objects will show you in the lower left hand corner of the screen a description of that object, and you'll see a dialog option pop up. If you click and hold, you'll see a variety of options. You can interact with an object, you can look at an object, you can use your inventory to find an object to use on that other object, you can use one of your skills, or you can exit. So let's interact with this pile of bones real quick. And we find 24 bullets. So if right now I can grab them, if I right click, I can look at them more closely. So if you look in the lower left, you can see they're 10mm armor piercing rounds. So I right click again to have my grabby hand, and I can click and drag the bullets and put them in my inventory. I can click and drag this knife and put it in my inventory. Now I have two knives. Alright, I'm going to click done when I'm done with this. Okay, so from here on out, you can either hit I or click on this inventory button to bring up your inventory. Here is where your armor can go, and here is where you can have two items. So, for example, if you were to equip a certain type of ammunition, it would go in item 2, and your weapon would go in item 1. So I'm going to equip this 10mm pistol. Click done. Now I'm going to right click and we're going to move ahead. You can hit hold shift, and you can either move by clicking or hold shift and click to run. So if you look over here, there's a rat. If I want to shoot at the rat, I'll click on... Oh, a rat saw me. Never mind. So it's going to come towards me. Now, in combat, every single thing you do takes action points, which are right here. Whether it be looking in your inventory, moving, or using a weapon. So, you can toggle between actions to take with your weapon by right-clicking your weapon. So right now it's on single shot, no aim. And I think my character has a perk where he can only single shot. So I'm going to left click that, get this aiming reticle. It also highlights every other enemy in the screen. So you see, if I move the targeter over the enemy, it'll show me what chance I have of hitting it. And we kill a rat. Now if I have enough action points left over, I can try to hit another enemy. And if I have enough action points left over, or I can move. You can take as many actions as you are allowed while you still have action points. Now, if there are no enemies near enough to you for combat to automatically continue, you can end combat here. If you don't want to take any more actions but still have action points, you can end your turn by clicking here. So I'm going to end this combat. It'll tell me how many experience points I earn at the end of whatever combat. So it won't tell me if I kill multiple enemies how many experience points I get until I've killed all the enemies. Now let's say I see an enemy first and I want to try to shoot it. In order to do that, I would left click on my weapon and I would click on the enemy I wanted to shoot. And then assuming I still had action points, I could walk, shoot someone else, try to reload, or end my turn, or end the combat. So, for the purposes of this, we're just going to try to get out of this cave as fast as possible. Sorry for the lag. My computer is ancient. Well, not ancient, but it is not optimized for games. Well, not optimized for games and running recording software at the same time. Put it that way. You son of a beach. Now remember, you're going to want to keep an eye on that lower left-hand corner display, because it's going to tell you everything that's happening in the world around you. So to move the camera, you're just going to move your mouse to the border of the screen, although I'm sure you could have easily figured that out without me telling you, but for the sake of me saying something, I'm going to say that. Oh look, to the west I can see a natural light. So to exit an area, you just have to walk to that sort of shaded portion of the grid. So in order to move around on the world map, you just click a grid. Unlike Fallout 3 or New Vegas, you actually, you cannot just wander around the wasteland. Oh, great. And an entire family of rats decided that they wanted to crash this little tutorial. So... So if you look, if I right-click on this, it gives me the reload option. Something you'll want to remember is that it takes action points to move during combat. So you're going to want to kill the closest enemies as fast as possible, because they're going to be the ones who can attack you. So, for example... and then I'll move away, and then the rats have to take more action points to get to me. Remember, you can always switch cursors in whatever mode you're in by right-clicking. So you can cycle through. So we're going to shoot this rat. Alright, and now I'm going to move. And now it's that last rat's turn. So, I'm going to show you how using your inventory in combat works now. Now if you look, going into my inventory lost me some action points. Now, with a melee weapon, you can swing it, you can thrust it. That's really your only two options. So I'm going to thrust at this rat. No, it's not what it sounds like. And that's a good way to save ammo. And I'm going to end the combat. Now, to search bodies of enemies, you're going to take out your pointer cursor by right-clicking on the screen, and you're going to use the interact function. This rat doesn't have anything on it because this game is not as forgiving as Fallout 3. So we're going to switch to our movement cursor, And we're going to move into this shaded area and exit this little instance. Let's continue walking to the right. Let's see if we can't get some social interaction tutorials. Oh look, I found a new town. This is Shady Sands. So, in order to talk to a lot of people, you're going to have to unequip all of your weapons. Once you've done that, you can take out your pointer cursor and use this strange disembodied mouth to talk to people. You'll talk to people basically the same way you would talk to people in any other Fallout game. The difference is you can click on this Tell Me About and it'll bring up a dialog box. See? I'm standing in Shady Sands. See? So you can ask about stuff like that, but it has to be the stuff that the game already knows about. So, like, if you ask about, he doesn't know about Saints Row. Sorry. So, or you can barter with just about anybody on the map. Now, this is an important thing. Remember, Seth in Shady Sands has this length of rope. That length of rope is absolutely necessary in order to progress in the game. I'm not going to give any more spoilers than that. And I don't really want to give any more spoilers than this, than I've already done. But just know that that rope is absolutely necessary. If you need to know more about interacting with the game world, Katrina here is basically your tutorial for the world. And you can also review dialogue with any person by clicking that review button. So I think that is enough. Oh, you can click on this to bring up your skills. So for example, I have 50% steal, so I could try to steal from Seth right here. Take his fucking rope. Fuck you. And your fucking bottle caps. I'm gonna take them all. You can also type in an amount, but for this purpose I'm gonna try to take all his fucking bottle caps. But I got caught, so combat initiated. So I'm gonna go into my inventory, scroll, take my gun, shoot him right in the chest. See, now I need 4 action points. To do anything, I only have 2, so I'm gonna end my turn. Now it's this dog's turn. And basically everybody in this town is gonna fuck me up. So that's the perils of stealing in Fallout. Oh, remember to save often because there are no autosaves. And I think the game... Oh, no. Characters who I couldn't see were moving. So, again, save often. And because there's no autosaves, and you don't want to make a lot of progress in your game, and then get in a fight with a rad scorpion, and then lose your progress, and then shit yourself in rage. So, yeah. I'm gonna call it here. Have fun playing Fallout.